Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us on today's video. Dinky, stop daydreaming. Ivy don't belong to you. She ain't even a donkey. And you don't date ponies. Try to tell Dinky that. Yeah, morning folks, Lester here. How many people would like to guess what the current horse pecking order is right now here at Longhorn Lusters? Let me ask that question again, because if you remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks back, did a video on the horse pecking order. Well, guess what? I can promise you something. It has changed. So my question to you is, who do you think is the high horse? Who's number 2 in command, number 3, number 4, and then number 5? The pony, Ivy, does not count. I'm going to walk out and do a feed up. And one of the best and easiest ways to see high horse is during feed time. Guys, this is going to be pretty chaotic. You better keep your head on the swivel if you're coming with me. All right, let's go. Now, the first thing that I notice is all of the food troughs. We'll look at the ones on the ground. All the feed troughs lined up along the bottom of the fence. You think you might know why that is? It is not so that they look cool when we feed them. It's not so you can sit back and watch how beautiful they all look lined up along the fence line. No, that's not the case. Well, I think you might know for sure as of right now who's over who is one thing. But let me go ahead and get a bucket of feed, and then we're going to walk in. And you guys watch the musical chairs. All right, so like I said, things get very chaotic when you walk in. Move and settle it down. And it'll be a lot smarter to walk in here with a spanky stick in hand, which I did not bring. All right, so all of our buckets are lined up along the fence line. Everyone needs to settle down. Come on, I'm in kind of a dangerous spot over here. Hey, move. Here we go. Now, I've not even dropped the first bite of food down yet. Okay, food's starting to drop. Don't worry, you're not missing anything yet. It's gonna get a lot crazier, I promise. Now, what I'm gonna do is walk back and forth, spreading out all of these buckets, these food buckets, along through here, so that you get a good idea of who moves who. Easy, Val. Everyone can settle down. Notice who's not coming up to take over. Put your ears pretty, Buckies. Put your ears pretty. Buckies, put your ears pretty. Sweetie, Ivy, Bucky, settle down. Okay, what I'm gonna do is get a few bowls here. Okay. Baby, it's empty. All right, what you and me gotta do is go find you a bowl now, okay? Come on. I poured more bowls than we have horses. I poured more bowls than what we have horses. Let's go find you a bowl. Okay, did you guys see what I saw? I tried best I could to get everybody a chance to see what I was watching. Bucky's, you share with her. Y'all are best friends. Okay, so current status, based on my observations, is number 1, high horse, Talus. Number 2, high horse, Val. Number 3, high horse, Bucky's. Number 4 on that list, Stormy. And then number 5 is Prim. Now, like I said a minute ago, Ivy doesn't really count with the whole high horse thing, even though Bucky's is certainly harassing her right now, not letting her have a bite. Ivy, you want your very own? Guys, I have a bucket there. I have a bucket over there. So there's more buckets of grain, more scoops of grain out than what I have horses or mouths to feed, if you will. And that, my friends, is the current status of who is the high horse here at the Longhorn Lester's horse pasture. Any thoughts on that? Anybody want to comment an exit ticket? Put your ears pretty, sweetie. It's okay. And talk about it. I will say, and I hope you don't mind me adding a few things here, I love the fact that Val is not on the bottom. I do. Because I do think that once we end up taking the horses back over to the other property, remember how Val was the lowest over there. Over here, she's not. And I love that for her. I think that you might agree. I also don't think that Talus would be as high up at the other property as he is. Well, he was always number 2 under Roman. And so he may remain number 2, but right now he's enjoying the benefits of being number 1. I am afraid that Prim, because of her personality type, just kind of a wallflower, might always be at the bottom. I even think that Gemma might try to take a spot up over her if they're ever all combined into one property. So I don't know for sure how they would be over there. I'm afraid that the one who may struggle a lot, though, would be Bucky's, because having the likes of Rita and all of the, well, of course, Roman, then you have Talus, and you have, oh my goodness gracious, I don't know where Bucky's would find himself. Him only having one eye, and even that eye is not the best in the world. He lacks vision even in the one eye that he has. I think that he may really struggle the most if we decide to make that move with him. And eventually we're going to, but I'm just saying. Stormy, I'll tell you what, she's probably the one who had the biggest roller coaster in all of this, because she's been at the very top and she's been towards the bottom. And that must be hard on a horse, the same way it would be hard on you or me. If you ever find your place in your world, your society, where you belong, at some point, no matter where you're at, I think you kind of get used to it and familiar with it. And then if it ever changes, it's hard. I guess all of us have been to a new workplace, a new school, a new church, and sometimes the order of things change. Millie and Fiona out across the hill, loving life. I will say one last thing. We talked about our 5-year plan to make our way from this property over to the JL Ranch. I think that Millie and Fiona may have a hard time with that, because they really do love, number one, well, they stopped going to our neighbors. Miss Pat and Mr. David had to put a stop to that. But they will be limited on how far and wide they roam. I don't think they'll go across the cattle pastures. They might. I don't know that. I don't think they'll go into the horse pastures over there, but they might. No, it's gone, baby. It's all gone. So I don't know what will happen with... Look at this. I think that's Olive, who'd come by to visit and watch the horses eat. And she just got pushed off the fence by Stormy. Hey, sweet baby. There's nothing else in my bucket, okay? There's nothing else in my bucket. You're a beautiful thing. You know that? Just a beautiful, beautiful girl. And now the dominoes begin to fall. So we know that Stormy is above Prim. Well, let's go ahead and walk around and see some other Longhorn Leicester animals, shall we? Baby, I'm sorry. Uh-oh. And we know that, looky here. And we know that Val is above Stormy. Let's watch this over here. And I do not think that Prim's going to move Bucky's. All right, friends, well, there you have it. All right, so in the comments, I want you to picture all of the horses together. Now, there's a lot of horses. A lot of horses here. Roman, Rita, Gemma. Val, Talus, Stormy, Bucky's, Prim. Oh, and the donkey, Ivy. Imagine them all in the same pasture. Who do you think is High Horse? And is there a way to list them all the way down? I'm just curious about your thought processes on that. Go ahead and try it in the comments. List those horses from the top to the bottom. Not of which one you like the most, but which one, what order they'll be in when they all find themselves in the same 15-acre pasture. This will be fun. Come on, sweetie. Who's hungry? Careful, girls. Hi, babies. Hello. Hello to all of my babies. Pigs, donkeys, goats in this particular pasture. Birds over here on this side, here in the corner, and the alpaca are over here now. I've come to feed you all. I've come to share the love of food with everybody. My mom talks about food being like, I don't mean to get it wrong. I'm going to get it wrong. My mom was talking about holding up a picture. She has a picture of Jesus. And Jesus holding a lamb. And around that lamb are like 5 or 6 wolves. And my mom was talking about the wolves around us. And she wanted to know, like, what are the wolves? And like all of us have, so metaphorically, you can take those wolves to be the things that you need. So Jesus is holding the lamb for protection, right? Jesus is holding the lamb for protection. And the wolves are the things that we need protection from. And my mom said that food was one of her wolves. And I don't really understand that. I guess it could be. That food is one of her wolves. Maybe the overindulgence in food, but food it should be a blessing, not a wolf, right? I don't know what my mom meant by that. She didn't really give a full explanation, or if she did, I just didn't understand what she was trying to say. But I'll tell you what, these guys are hungry. Let me stop talking Bible talk and get to feeding, shall we? Girl, settle it down. I'm coming. Swallow your food, girls. Swallow your food. Please. Eat like Carl. Carl's being a gentleman. He's actually chewing it and swallowing the right way. Hey, sweet girl. Hey, you big galoot. Hey, Timmy! Dinner's served. Timmy's eating cucumbers. Timmy is eating wild cucumbers, guys. When I say wild, they're the ones that they planted, not us. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us on today's video. Dinky, stop daydreaming. Ivy don't belong to you. She ain't even a donkey. And you don't date ponies. Try to tell Dinky that. I want to thank you guys for joining us on today's video. We love you. We're blessed to have you. These babies are blessed to have you. I don't think that they realize how lucky they are when they ran across you all. Right, sweetie? We hope you enjoyed today's video. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.